And one of the people, of course, that was very profoundly important in my life was Jesus of Nazareth. Now, you can look through the New Testament and you can find a million different quotations of Jesus. And I picked one to write this essay about. And it was called About Being Childlike. He said, "Except as ye become converted and become a child, ye shall not enter the kingdom of heaven." Now, what does it mean to be childlike? I have 8 children, and I have watched them as they have come into this world. And they come into this world with personalities. Some of them come in smiling, and some of them in crying. Some sleep all night right away, and some don't sleep all night for 2 years. They all come from this place called nowhere, and they enter this place called now here. So we go from nowhere, N-O-W-H-E-R-E, to now here, N-O-W-H-E-R-E. It's all the same, just a question of spacing. You get into now here, and we're all going back to nowhere. So our life is sort of like a parenthesis in eternity. And what Jesus was speaking about here is to go back to that place where you have this great sense of awe, where you have this great sense of mystery. And more important, you don't have any anger in you towards the world. You don't look at other people and their conduct or the way they appear and say that I don't like them. You have to be carefully taught all of these things. As a child, you are the person who is laughing and full of joy. For me, the most treasured moments of my life, many people say, well, you spent years in foster homes. Wasn't that a great difficulty and a great struggle? I always say, no, it wasn't a great struggle. When you're a child, you don't wake up every day and say, oh my God, I'm an orphan again today. Poor me. Why did this happen to me? This isn't fair. What you do is you get up and you enjoy your life and you get on with it and you do everything that a 6-year-old child will do. And then you turn 40. It seems like it happens overnight. And then all of a sudden things aren't going as well as you thought they should. And you're addicted to this substance or that, or you're overweight, or your business is failing, or you're going through your 3rd marriage, or any number of things that you would say constitute, failures in your life, if you will. And all of a sudden, you start saying to yourself, why did this happen? And you say, well, what do you expect from me? I was an orphan. And you go back and you relive and look into all of these things that when you were a child, you just ignored. You didn't even pay attention to. And now that you become an adult, you've got something to use as an excuse for why your life isn't working the way you would like it to work. When you're childlike, you don't have excuses. You don't blame. You don't find fault. You don't judge. You simply love. And this is what Jesus meant when he said, become a child. Otherwise, you won't enter the kingdom of heaven. Have an absence of judgment, and you'll find yourself fulfilled every moment of your life.
Italian painter, sculptor, architect, musician, engineer, mathematician, and scientist, Leonardo da Vinci was one of the greatest intellects in the history of mankind. He had this to say about balance. Every now and then go away. Have a little relaxation. For when you come back to your work, your judgment will be surer, since to remain constantly at work will cause you to lose power of judgment. Go some distance away because the work appears smaller and more of it can be taken in at a glance, and a lack of harmony or proportion is more readily seen. When a man such as Leonardo da Vinci gives advice, I, for one, am willing to listen with fixed attention. It seems to me that highly productive people have a great sense of balance and harmony in their lives. They are thoroughly familiar with pacing and knowing when to retreat and clear their heads of the immediate concerns. The key word here is balance. To avoid being consumed by anything, you must be able to walk away from it. In the process of walking away, you begin to see your work or your family or your project from a perspective that appears smaller, according to Leonardo. The great Renaissance master is telling us to let go. Relax, don't try so hard, remove the struggle and allow our natural divine guidance to assist us. He says, have a little relaxation, for when you come back to your work, your judgment will be surer. One way to do this in today's world is to learn to meditate before you undertake any serious pursuit, be it a plan for a business meeting, a job interview, giving a lecture, or painting a portrait. The very act of allowing yourself to go into a meditative state will improve your efficiency enormously. In the past 10 years, I have never gone before an audience without first spending a minimum of an hour, usually more, alone in a state of meditation. What I find in that state, particularly when I emerge from my relaxing meditation, is that I can walk out on the stage or pick up my pen with a sense of confidence that I am connected to a higher part of myself that knows no fear. I become an observer of myself doing the work, and everything seems to flow as if the hand of God is guiding my tongue or my pen. In the process of getting some distance between yourself and your work and relaxing into that space, you are inviting divine intervention into your activity. The less stress you place on yourself to accomplish or complete, ironically, seems to give you the power to do just that. Balance is what Leonardo da Vinci encouraged us to have in our life, regardless of our pursuits. By all means, get involved in your activities, but try to enjoy them for what they are, rather than the final outcome.